Well, let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness. Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time on a Wuben. Now this is their P26, comes in this box. Now Wuben sent this to me, they wanted me to test and review this light. Now the nice thing about this has a regular white LED and also a UV LED. Look at some of the information here on the outside of the box. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the specs on the back. And you have 500 lumens on the highest level on this light. Then of course you have the UV. Now if you need more time to read those, go ahead and pause your screen. Otherwise, let's open it up and see what's in. Now I've had some UV lights in the past and I've done reviews on them. They're actually, some of them are kind of a hit and miss. Sometimes the beams are real poor. They have a lot of weird, beam patterns on it. Got dark lines going through it. I actually tried this out and this actually has a very nice beam pattern even on the ultraviolet. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, got the user manual. Now it does come with 3 AAA cells, and we'll go over more on that in just a sec. We have 2 O-rings. And we have an 18650 battery adapter. And we have 1 lanyard. Go over the holster here. Again, nice quality on the holsters with the Wuben. They do provide some very nice protection for your light. Plus they've got the additional battery pockets here that are on the side. And we'll put the light in this later on. But nice double stitched material. Really nice. Not seeing any issues there. Padded. That looks good. So now we're going to take a look here at the user manual. The user manual is pretty long. Multi-languages on this. Now we've already gone over the specs. I'm just going to close this all back up. Now this here is a quality control check, letting you know that it passed their quality check. Make sure that all lights that go out have been checked thoroughly, so that's a big plus. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the light. There it is. Now the body of it, of course, the head here is quite a bit larger. 2 switch design here. Got some knurling here on the tail cap. Has a stainless steel bezel on that. That looks good. And you've got the clip here. That feels pretty heavy duty. Got this here on the back, wubenlight.com. You can table stand that. Good size, not too shabby. Now the style and design on this light is very nice. Now the machining and finish on this is very nice. Not seeing any issues with that. No sharp edges. Some heat sinking here as well as on the other side. It's pretty deep. At the lanyard hole there. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look here at the dual reflector design. Now this is a textured reflector. This one here is the Cree XP-G3 LED, and here is the UV LED. Try to get close up in there as best I can. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take this apart and I'll show you the insides. Now there's one other adapter that's inside the light, so you want to make sure that now if you want to use the 3 AAA cells, that's also a bonus, because if you don't have a battery that's charged, you can easily get those anywhere from any store. Now the light output may not last as long, but it's definitely going to help you out if you do need light. Now this actually can run also on an 18650. Simply put this in there and you can put any 18650. Now there is a spring down inside. Now you can't take this apart from the light. I've already tried. So I'm going to show you the springs here. Now the spring inside the light looks identical to the one here on the tail cap. Well greased threads, not seeing any issues there, so that's a big plus. But the real nice thing is this light will also run on a 21700 cell. Now I looked everywhere in the literature, doesn't say anything about that, so I was just kind of noticing why would they need an 18650 battery adapter. That means that this thing can run a bigger cell, so I tried it. Fits perfectly in there, no issues whatsoever. So I'm going to show you the cell that I'm going to use in this test here. Is the Samsung 33J. This is a 3300 milliamp. This is a 10 amp cell. This is unprotected OEM cell. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Just show you've got plenty of spring in there. Fits nice. Now we're going to go ahead and get this started on the UI. Now the UI is really simple. Nice because this here has 2 switch design, so each button works each individual LED. Top one works the white LED, bottom one here works the UV LED. Alright, so now let's go ahead and go over the UI. Now the UI is pretty simple. I'm going to turn on that. That's the regular white LED. See? Nice beam pattern on there. Now if you want the full light output, you got to press and hold. And that goes to the 500 lumens. A lot of light. Now you have to keep pressing it, otherwise it goes down. So that's kind of a feature there that I wish they didn't have to do that, because this light is pretty heavy duty here. I'm not sure why. It could easily, in my opinion, handle the 500 lumens, especially on runtime, but that's the way they've got it set up here. So we're going to press and hold that again so you can see the beam. Nice hot spot here. A lot of bleeding. It's probably going to be more of a combination beam. Got the spill area here. Not a real sharp cutoff, but and then you release that. You do have a battery level indicator here, blue, You can see the UV together. Now this is a nice feature because it will turn red and start to blink when your batteries are critically low. So you definitely want to recharge the battery or swap it, whatever you want to do. Just keep your lights running. Now this is not a super bright light. I don't think they intended it to be that way. So it's definitely great for casual use, walking the dog. If you need that additional light output, press and hold that. You've got 500 lumens. And that's actually quite a bit of light, even on that level. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the UV LED. Now, it's really not too much I can show it on, but we'll go ahead and give it a try. You can see it lights up the paper, and the white glows really well on this. Same goes for, really shows up well. And you can see the beam. It actually is showing up on camera, so I'll go ahead and show it to you here. The beam is identical to the white LED. It's got a nice little hot spot here, and you see nice spill area in that. So that's, like I said, is very impressive. Close you can get there, farther you get the beam, hot spot gets bigger, spill gets bigger. Very nice. Alright. And that's all there is to this light. Really super easy to use, nothing difficult. So let's wait no further. Let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the Wuben P26. So let's get this started, see how it does. There's 35 feet from where I'm standing. And it is making 65 feet to that tree from where I'm standing. There it is on the fence. Give you an idea on the beam and what it looks like. And it is faintly making it across the park there. And it is making the Tree of Life. 138 feet there from where I'm standing. Alright. We're going to go to the highest level now here on the Tree of Life. There it is. Now it is faintly making the tree behind that, so that's 238 feet from where I'm standing. It's got some pretty good range on it, especially for only 500, lumens. Still quite a bit of light. Tree line, fence line, tree line. We'll do a beam profile here. Again, not bad range on this, especially for the 500 lumens is not bad at all. And there we go, we'll do a before and after here. And it is making the school, as you can see, even though the lights are still on, still making it there, so that's good. Alright, we're going to go to the UV here now. And let's see how it does. Looks good. Now, as you can see, you can't really show too much here, but you can see the range here on the fence. That's about 15 feet. So I'm going to show you this range here in the water spout. Reflects back a little bit. See there? See how that's doing that? So that's pretty impressive for that range. And I'll show you my feet. Makes my shoes and everything glow. Pretty crazy. Alright. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Interesting light. As far as performance, of course, it's not a super bright light. So it's going to give you a good basic performance. 150 lumens is actually quite a bit of light, especially for casual use. Now, as far as the 500 lumens, this light really starts to come alive at 500 lumens, and that's a lot of light. The only con that I see here as far as this light is concerned is that having to press and hold that in order to stay on. I think they could have made it to where it stays on at either of the high and low. It would have been more ideal, in my opinion. UV is actually very impressive with this. Probably one of the better beams that I've seen. I have a couple other ones that I really liked as well, and this is right up there. This UV light is definitely a plus if you're looking for a UV light for your work or any kind of other use. This one definitely is very nice, and I like the fact that this will run on quite a few different types of batteries. That's another big plus. But just that 500 lumens, kind of wish that you could leave it on, because this here, even when I was holding it, it barely got lukewarm on this whole body. So now let's go ahead real fast, show you it in the holster. Now, believe it or not, it does protect the light. It is thick enough for the head of the light, as you can see. So that's what that looks like. Put another 21700 cell in there, and this thing will really have some nice run times, especially at 150 lumens, I think it is. This thing will have tremendous amount of run time, especially if you get even a higher milliamp battery. Now, I want to thank Wuben for sending me this P26 to review. Now, if this is something you're interested in getting, I'll leave a link down in the description where you can get this light, just in case you might be interested in it. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these lights from Wuben to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.